Service doesn't stop when the uniform comes off, and for one Southern local graduate turned Navy veteran, giving back to the community is a mission he never retired from.
Hannah Hayes introduces us to this week's Hannah's hero, Scott Hart.
For nearly 25 years, Scott Hart wore the uniform of the United States Navy. From 4 years at sea to more than 16 years in recruiting, he dedicated his career to serving his country.
20 years active duty. And, my fleet time was just under 4 years, and I did recruiting for 16 years, 4 months.
When Hart returned home, he said he was looking for his next adventure. That came in 2019 when former Salineville Mayor Linda Adams asked him to step in and help with a small food pantry.
Scott made it more of a regular service type thing, which is what was needed. Our first distribution was a Thanksgiving distribution, and we did it in an alley behind the old jail in Salineville.
Since then, that pantry has grown from serving 11 families to as many as 180 around the holidays.
Since being there, we created more awareness for the food pantry that food subsidies are out there for people.
But Scott explained there's still work to do.
It is a very needed thing. You would not believe the food insecurities for our people in our area. And I know there's still more people to reach, but for some reason, there's a pride factor that comes along with it. And, I can honestly say that there's absolutely a no judgment zone. If you need food and you live in our area, you are more than welcome to come, to the Southern Community Center Food Pantry.
For Hart, the mission is personal.
I can tell you, I grew up poor, sometimes not knowing where my next meal was coming from. And that was one of the driving forces.
The pantry operates on the third Saturday of every month, with smaller distributions in between.
Salineville is a low economic area, as is Southern Local. I can speak to Salineville a little bit because of being mayor. We usually ran into the 55% poverty level at that time.
When it comes to Southern Local schools, his alma mater, Hart has been equally dedicated. He's been on the school board for over 4 years and now serves as president. In just his first year leading, major upgrades have transformed the district. A new $700,000 roof, a high-efficiency boiler system, updated lighting, and new security measures.
The efficiency was roughly mid-60s with the old boiler system, and now we are at 98%. So that's huge when you're saving your district money. Our camera system, we don't have a blind spot in the school. The new security system we have here makes Southern Local Schools probably the safest that we have ever been.
Every student has their own Chromebook to take home, and for those without internet, the school provides hotspots. A new turf football field, greenhouse for FFA students, and free admission to all home sporting events are also helping students grow in new ways.
I love Southern Local, and I just want to do my best to make it better.
Perhaps his most personal contribution started on his personal Facebook page. For years, Hart live streamed every Southern Local football, basketball, and volleyball game. Now focusing on football, his streams reach thousands.
Any given week, sometimes there's 6,000 to 9,000 views on a football game. And if it's the playoffs, we've seen as high as 15,000 views. And they watch from all over. I mean, I've seen them watch from Alaska, California, overseas. They'd be on vacation, Hawaii, and they watch from all over.
Hart said it's not about recognition, but instead about making the community he loves stronger.
It's not really a driving force to be on the school board or the head of a food pantry or the commander of the Legion. It's just like those are 3 important areas that are important to me, and I just want to continue to make it better.
And for those who know him best, that dedication is exactly what makes Scott Hart a hero.
I don't think you could find a more dedicated, empathetic individual. If you need a job done, he's the one to do it. He's a great leader, and he can get people interested and get them involved.
From serving his country to serving his hometown, Scott Hart proves that leadership is more than a title. It's a way of life. And that's why he's this week's Hannah's Hero. Reporting for Hannah's Heroes, I'm Hannah Hayes.
And if you have someone you would like to nominate for Hannah's Heroes, you can do so by scanning the QR code on your screen or by visiting WTOV9.com.
Hi, I'm Dylan Cleland. Thanks for watching. And here's another video to check out, and be sure to subscribe to our channel.